I thought there were some pieces that were a little corny, and I don't know if I'd want to hear it every single time.
Some drill beats can sound a little bit corny in places, especially when you use that sound. What's up guys, it's Aiden, and today we have a beat battle coming to you featuring WTF Kyle and CHU. So let's get into the video. Feel free to check me out on Instagram. I'm posting there more often, and send me a DM. I respond to all my DMs. This is the first Discord beat battle we've done. You can join the server in the link in the description. This battle is for the best outro beat, which means high energy, epic, powerful beats only. If you send in a little soy boy beat, you're getting blocked, you're getting removed from the Discord. So let's get on to the beat battle. We had, I think, around 70 submissions, and I listened to all of them, and we come up with 6 finalists. Number 1 is by BYPXR. So this beat number 1, is my second favorite beat in the Beat number 2 comes from Playboy Cardi. Thanks to Playboy Cardi for joining this beat battle. That's crazy. This is what it sounds like. The sample is crazy, very unique, and the drop goes super hard, so that's why I got into the finals. One thing I would say is that the sample goes on for 16 bars before the drop comes in. Bars. 2, 3, 1. Next beat comes from Lil Expert Prod with a really confident message. This is 100% the winner. Don't even bother listening to something else. I like the confidence. I know people are going to read that as arrogance, but I actually really like that. Too many people message me like, hey bro, I'm 12 years old. I've never made a song before. Please use my beat in the background. Reading a message like that, I'm already like, I know I'm not gonna use that beat. Bada bop boom pow. I wanna see a DM that says, hey bro, this beat goes so hard. You need to use this in your videos. It's gonna work perfectly. Listen to this right now. I'll be like, all right, send me that. Let's have a listen. I like the intro. I like the alarm, the chains rattling. I really like the sample, goes really hard. Next beat comes from Parboneer. It sounds like an outro beat. I'll play it for you now. I like the sample. I like the tempo. Sort of like a classic outro beat. One thing I would say is that I wouldn't use that snare sample. Just sounds a little bit, I don't know, a bit strange. Apart from that, sick beat. Let's continue. Second last beat comes from a loyal Patreon supporter. The beat is called Birds. It sounds like this. Probably my favorite sample in this beat contest. One thing I will say though is that the snare is really loud in the mix. Like, yes, you gotta turn that snare down. Apart from the snare, I can't really fault this beat. Sounds really cool. Final beat, which is actually my number 1, comes from Frankie Boy. It's this drill beat. It sounds like this. The 808 is classic drill 808, and I'm a big fan of the sample as well. Also, it sounds like an outro beat, which is obviously really important for an outro beat. You don't want it to sound like a jazz beat. So we have the 6 finalists, and I wanted to get some help from other judges. So first off, we have WTF Kyle coming in. Let's have a listen to what he has to say.
What's up guys, it's Kyle. Aiden asked me for help in judging these 6 beats, so let's get right to it.
Really quick, it's so strange having him talk in these videos because I've been watching his content before I even started posting on YouTube. So it's pretty cool to see him blessing these videos with his presence. So thank you, Kyle. Let's continue.
My second favorite beat is the Frankie Boy drill beat. This thing goes probably the hardest out of all of them, but I thought there were some pieces that were a little corny, and I don't know if I'd want to hear it every single time. However, overall, fantastic beat. Good job.
The Frankie Boy drill beat was probably the hardest, which is why it was my number 1. Some drill beats can sound a little bit corny in places, especially when you use that sound, you know, the So that was his runner-up. Let's see what his number one is.
However, overall, fantastic beat. Good job. My number one favorite, though, the Birds beat. This thing sounds like it is straight off of Offset's Father of 4 album. Goes so hard, it's got to be my number one.
All right, so thank you to Kyle for coming down and supporting the little man. And I appreciate this photo of the outro. It's pretty alpha photo. Make sure to check him out on YouTube if you haven't already. I know you have because he's got like 1 million subscribers. Then we have judge number 2. His name is CHU. He's on YouTube. You can... Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, beautiful people. It was an honor to be selected to judge this contest for Aiden. I don't know if y'all know this, but I am 100% an Aiden Kenway fanboy. I think he makes unique, entertaining content. He has a contagiously inspiring attitude, and he's genuinely interested in helping producers improve. I think this contest is just even greater proof to that point. But anyways, these beats were
huge
insane.
Fanboy. Bro, I'm a huge fanboy of you. I watch your channel all the time. All right, continue.
Every submission Aiden let me hear was incredible, but one surely stood out amongst the rest, and it was this one.
Okay, so he likes... His number 1 is my number 2.
Listen to that drop.
I love how you can hear his voice in the background.
Listen to that drop.
Listen to the drop. This is actually one of the hardest beats I've heard this month. Zero cap. There is zero cap. Oh, better take this off. Nah, jokes. I haven't styled my hair today, so this cap is not coming off.
But yeah, Aiden, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this contest. I can't wait to see who wins.
Of course.
I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, CHU and Kyle, for judging these beats. Make sure to check them out on YouTube as well. Here's where the plot thickens, actually. I asked him on Instagram what his number 2 pick was, and he said it was...
Yes.
The Birds beat, which means that we have a 3-way tie. So my number 1 was Kyle's number 2, Kyle's number 1 was CHU's number 2, and CHU's number 1 was my number 2, which causes a bit of a dilemma. I put it to you guys on Discord and on Instagram. CHU's number 1 got 106 votes, Kyle's number 1 pick got 208 votes, and my number 1 pick, which was the Frankie Boy beat, got 318 votes. Then we have the Discord results, and CHU's number 1 got 20 votes, Kyle's number 1 got 30 votes, and my number 1 got 75 votes. Congratulations to Frankie Boy. Your beat is going to be played in the outro of these videos. You're going to become Master Uguay on Discord, which means you just become the big boss. There will be more Discord beat battles to come, so make sure to join the Discord, and thank you to...